he's much better at doing it than I am. He had used... Oh, that's right. You know what? This is one of the weird things about the game. If a hired hand takes over a tractor for you, you pay for it, but the levels will not diminish in your tanks. So if you're using seed, or if you're using spray, as in this case, you will not run out of seed or spray while somebody is watching your or running your tractor. It'll just stay at the level you left it. So I left it at 49% and it stayed there. So you could theoretically give him one with like 2% left in it, and he'd be able to do the whole field. Now you'd still have to fill it up when we got back, but look at his guts. He's fired. He's going to drive this thing right into that water pole up there. Well, I don't want to. I need to back it in here. Didn't mean to turn it off. But come on, it's cruise control. That's one of the things I'm talking about. I hit the number 3 twice and it didn't go on. Either time. The third time I had to hit it and it finally went on. Cool beans. So we're going to fill this guy up and then head down to the other field. Let's do that now once we're done with this project. Excellent. You can fold that thing up while we're driving. Give it a little love tap there. There, so we're filling it up. And there we go. And we're going to head over to the other field. So you guys get to do the magic warp. And I get to sit back and drive the whole thing. It's really only about a minute, but you've seen the route. Unless you just joined. I'll show you again on the way back, but I am going to jump you there. So 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're almost there. Here's the train depot. And there's field number 5 up ahead. We should see my employee out there doing the work. Yep, he is. Good, because otherwise he'd be fired. And let's go ahead and unfold this thing, and we can get started. It looks like he's got enough of the field done that we can actually go ahead and get this party started. That's so serious. That sprayer is huge. And I don't think we'll interfere with him. But I guess we'll see in a second here. It's gonna be real close. Nope, made it. Sweet. See how fast that thing is, though? That seeder is just a real necessity. So if you watch the beginning on day 1 when I went through and they gave me, what was it, 5 tractors? And like there was, a whole bunch of equipment, and I turned around and just sold all of it and bought that, I sold all my commodities that they gave me because I had full silos, and I sold all that stuff. And all I had enough money to do was to buy that one tractor and that one seeder. But you know what? That just helps you get this process done so much faster. To be able to just have one tractor do it, and then to have them just fly it out. So it saves money because you're only running, one tractor doing that. And you can use the other tractor for the sprayer like I'm doing. It's a much more efficient way to do the process. Whoa, he almost crashed. So, having that seeder really makes a difference in efficiency. It's not necessarily obviously having 2 seeders on 2 tractors. Those other seeders are really slow. He can only go like 4 or 5 miles per hour with those other seeders, so he's going 12. He's still kind of doubling it. Plus this is a lot wider, so I think that just all in all, having 2 tractors with 2 seeders going 6 miles per hour with half that width, you're literally cutting in half the time it takes to plant a field. So this thing is really worthwhile. Even though, like I said, it cost me pretty much everything except for that tractor over there. It was definitely a worthwhile purchase. So, and of course the sprayer, because it doubles your yield. So that's also just another, I don't want to say no-brainer, but you really need to have that going for you, so that you get a much bigger yield. Like I said, it was over $100,000 yield there. So we're gonna let this guy finish, Yeah, I can't really go into the store, and that's one of the things I'm talking about with the PDA. It would be really nice if I could work on my PDA while this guy's working the field. But now instead I just have to sit and wait until he's done before I can go into the PDA, because if I go into the PDA, it's going to stop what he's doing until I come back out again. Ugh. So, anyway. All right, so I will see you in a minute here. You know what? While I'm down here waiting for this guy to finish, I think we're going to buy this field right now and cultivate it, because I feel like, you know, hey, the more we get going, I got enough money right now to do it. I don't have any debt. So let's see how much this field is. I think it was, yeah, 29. No brainer. So now that we have to come down here, we might as well have both fields. So we're going to get over into this tractor, and I'm going to have this guy start right now doing this. It's still early in the morning. We've got plenty of time. So let's get this guy going. This field is pretty square. I'm going to say it's longer this way. So let's go ahead and plant it. I'd rather do this, even if it means waiting a day on the fun stuff, like the baling stuff. I think that this is a better decision, because down the road, or very quickly, this is going to pay off. All right, so let's go ahead and start that. Oop. Do your work, buddy. Good job. All right. Let's go over here and finish this field. Hopefully we'll have enough in our sprayer to do both fields, because if I have to go all the way back to the farm to get another tank load, that'll suck. Thankfully, I think this thing carries a pretty good amount. Yeah, I'm only at 70%. I should have enough to do the other field. But still. This thing eats through spray. It's a spray muncher. Alright, so now he's working in another field, and we're good. That brings me a question. I wonder if there's a fertilizer tank. Because if I probably might have to strategically park one down here, you know. If I could do that, then I could just have it readily available. Park down here, and then, you know, take it back and forth if necessary. But the only problem is I only have 2 tractors, so I'd have to drag it down here separately and leave it. But it makes me wonder. I wonder if there's something around town here. I'm gonna, while that guy's busy doing that, I'm gonna dump this off and we'll do a little exploring. I think I can leave it off open. Let's see. Yeah, it'll stay open. Good. So let's see what we can find. Maybe somewhere down here. I always wonder what these phones are for too. We'll check that out while we're waiting. Who can we call? Oh, how cool is that? Oh, I'm going to have to read through this. That's great. Cool. All right, well, that gives me something to do for a little bit. All right. Well, look, hang on. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Phony of your own. ATM. Oh, there's people walking around the park. How cool is that? Here's fuel. No fertilizer, though. I wonder if other people's farms would have fertilizer. Just see if there's a way to get it down. I'm sure they have a trailer that holds it. There's got to be one that you can, you know, set up somewhere, but then you still have to load it. I don't see any farmhouses. Turn my safety beacon on. I drive over these people's. Where are those? Is that the same one? Is that another one? No, I'm lost. Well, it doesn't. I don't see anything like that. But there might be. Oh, maybe I should pay attention to where I'm driving. Oops. Got a phone up there. Look out, people. Don't run anybody over. Nope, so there's nothing right here. So that's something we need to look into. I'll see when I do this, but if I run out of fertilizer, I'm going to need pop a tank down here so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Alright, there should be, excuse me, enough of a field to go ahead and start doing my thing. Grab this guy. Cool. Farmer Joe's almost done, so I'm glad I bought this field. You know what? It's nice to have all this stuff here, and the fields are important because that's how you make your money, right? Equipment's how you sink money into stuff. But a field is what gives you the produce. So the good news is that the sprayer does indeed have enough to get this whole area done. I don't have to worry about a trailer or anything. I still got plenty of spray left with both of these fields. So just working on finishing this up, and oh, he's got one more row. I thought he was done. Back out of the way. Okay. I'm going to walk over, and he's going to park the tractor right in my way, so I'm going to have to move this guy up the hill a little bit. No cars coming. I'm going to fold this thing up. And we're going to just park right here for now. And we'll get back in and finish up our spraying. Got a jog. Okay, I want to get run over. Putt putt. Good. Alright, so let's finish this up. It's really close on the edge there. I'm a little scared it's gonna catch. Boy, it'd be hard to do this from inside the tractor, maybe? Yeah, maybe not. Actually, maybe that's easier. Well, that's cool. Look at the level really works. Up there behind me on the sprayer, it's showing me that there's almost nothing left. That's really cool. All right. And fold this up. And since I promised you a ride back, let's go ahead and take this guy for a ride so you can see the whole drive. Nice day for a ride, right? And whenever you're on the main roads with the tractor, you should probably run your flashers just to let them know. But I don't know. I think usually around Ohio, that's what we see in Ohio. But yeah, it's not a bad. I mean, we're already almost halfway there. It's not a terrible drive, but it's a little inconvenient. It is halfway between here and the shop. So exciting. I think a lot of these tractor brands are made up. I could be wrong, but I think somebody can comment on that on my page here and tell me if they're for real or not. But I think they are real tractor names. So, I mean, they are fake tractor names with some real, like Amazon. Is that a real company? I don't think so. I've never heard of that before. But they're made to look like famous tractors, most likely European tractors, considering this game is European. We'll fill this sprayer up. Oh! Oops. Little action, little crash action there in the refiller. All right. So let's go clean this thing up. And we'll bring the other tractor back and clean that up, and then we can have some fun purchasing stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna park a little too close. Love washing the tractors. Love it. It's like magic. I could do this all day. Getting cleaner. Back around a little bit and fluff it up a little bit. Oh, look how shiny that is. Ooh. It's like a brand new tractor. It's like never was even used. Alright. So we're gonna put the sprayer away. Put our little weight away. Lower this guy. Set him down. Blink. And we're going to lower the weight. And we're going to set him down. Good. Yeah, for now we'll just park this guy here though. He's probably going to be the one that goes to get the stuff.